The aftermath of an airstrike in Logar province, which it's alleged killed civilians. Afghan officials say senior Taliban leaders were inside as dinner guests of a tribal elder when the attack happened. Villagers had tipped off US ground forces to the Taliban's presence. When challenged to surrender, someone inside apparently fired back. At that point, the airstrike was called in. It's believed some of the civilians who were killed were women and children preparing food.
There was a large group of women and children here. 18 bodies were here. The government which is ruling us should see it. And how many children were there?
Despite the Logar incident, the UN says that overall fewer civilians have been killed or injured in Afghanistan since the start of the year. It says there's been a 21% decrease in the first 4 months of the year compared to the same period last year. 79% of the casualties were caused by anti-government fighters. And there was more evidence of this in Kandahar on Wednesday as suicide bombers targeted a car park full of fuel tankers near NATO's airbase. A busy market and restaurant were next door.
There were twin bombs. As there was a blast nearby, people rushed to rescue victims from the area when a second suicide bomber blew himself up. As a result of the second explosion, 21 people were martyred and 50 more were injured.
The tankers park in this area while their drivers wait for clearance to enter the large airbase. All of the victims were civilians, according to a local government official. Inside the NATO-run base at the time of the attack were 4 provincial governors from the south. Kandahar is the birthplace of the Taliban and has endured some of the worst violence this year since the start of the group's spring offensive. Dominic, Kane, Al Jazeera.